Hello! We are here today to give you all a sneak preview of coming attractions feature here. So,
coming attractions to us.
yeah,
So.
it's the things we've been waiting on. Some things for quite
For
some
a long time. Thanks, COVID.
Yeah, so it includes any pre-orders and any Kickstarters, but the things that will eventually make its way to our channel. We hope.
We hope.
Yes. I do have one casualty of war that I hit on here that is not going to show up because it's been since 2013. And I don't think that's likely.
I think one of mine's not coming out either.
Yeah. So. I paid for mine, though. It was a Kickstarter that was from 2013.
I paid for my Kickstarter.
Oh, I thought this was a pre-order.
No, this is a Kickstarter I paid for.
So we both have a casualty.
Yeah.
Okay. So as far as pre-orders, I've got a handful of those. I've got a long list of Kickstarters, so you're gonna have a lot of exciting games coming.
Get a pencil and some paper, take notes.
Let's see which ones are coming that you're gonna be interested in. We'll try to flash up some pictures of at least the box covers. I don't think we can go into a whole lot of detail for each one, but first one, I think we both have this one, Clash of Cultures.
Cannot wait for this game.
Whiz Kids, civilization building.
It's a remake. I don't know exactly when it came out originally, but it was like early 2000s or something like that. And so really looking forward to it.
It's supposed to be a better version.
Right. Some big 3D chunky pieces.
Yeah, it is Whiz Kids, which makes me a little nervous, but they've
got some few.
They've gotten better.
Things.
They've gotten better. Yeah. Then I've got Spirit Island Jagged Earth. I'm less interested in this one because I haven't played Spirit Island yet. So until I play Spirit Island, I probably won't be as excited about this one. But I've heard such good things about Spirit Island. So I probably shouldn't have backed it, but
you don't care.
I'm a completionist. And so Greater Than Games. It was supposed to have come out back in 2020, and we still haven't gotten it yet. So this one's more for Miranda, Pipeline Emerging Markets.
I'm super stoked for this expansion.
Okay, well...
Remember who introduced this game to you guys?
I know you introduced it, but Miranda's the one who claims it is like one of her top, like the top game, I think. It's her number one. The one for me that's the most exciting is probably this, Unfathomable. This is the new reincarnation of Battlestar Galactica, which is one of my all-time favorite games. Also... The last pre-order I've got is The Hunger from Renegade Game Studios. This is a deck builder from Richard Garfield from Magic the Gathering fame, and it's got a fun vampire cartoonish theme.
Right.
So, but it's supposed to, I'm still not 100% sold on it because it does have a player elimination, but I love the art, so I'll get back.
It looks neat. The only one I got that Randy didn't talk about is Ashes Reborn, which is technically, it's not a living card game since that's a Fantasy Flight term, but it's that type of deck building / collectible card game type of game.
But
like
it's
Marvel Champions.
It's a reincarnation of Ashes, right?
It's Ashes Reborn, Ashes Rise of the Phoenix Born 2.0.
Yeah.
So, but the cool thing about this is if you guys do have Ashes Rise of the Phoenix Born, is you can buy, I think it's $30, an upgrade pack. Everything from Ashes Rise of the Phoenix Born is upgraded. So all the dice you need, all the upgraded cards, everything you need to transition your old to the new.
Okay, cool.
So, very cool.
All right, so going into Kickstarters now.
This list is a lot longer than mine.
Yeah, I've tried to arrange these chronologically based upon my projection of when these things are going to come, based upon the comments I've seen and so on. So
but there's no way to tell.
It's your guess is as good as mine on these. So my first one is already past due. My first two are already past due. Grand Austria Hotel Let's Waltz expansion. So love Grand Austria Hotel. There was no doubt I was going to back the expansion for it, and it's supposed to upgrade some of the components as well. Lookout Games. It was supposed to have been out it's supposed to be out by the end of this month. We'll see. I don't know that it's going to hit that.
Probably not.
The other one is already out, and this is one of the big frustrations.
Yeah, the retail version's already out.
Yes, the Ares Expedition Terraforming Mars card game. So that one is very frustrating to go to Target now because you see it on the shelves. And it's like, I can't buy it.
I've been so tempted to buy it just so that I can bring it and play it. Just like at Randy, but his version will be a lot better.
Foundations of Rome. This is one that I was really excited about because it's Roman theme. I love Roman theme. It's a Tetris puzzle-y type game.
Right.
And the pieces look really beautiful. And they're going to do the wash on them, which is going to make them look even more beautiful.
But aren't they going to have something at Gen Con about Foundations of Rome?
They're going to have some demos.
Okay.
I don't think there's actually going to.
Yeah, I know you couldn't pick it up or
Yeah.
anything, but I just thought it'd be kind of cool to be able to check it out.
Yeah,
be able to see
I mean, it is targeted for September 30th right now as my tentative for it. So it's potentially going to be a Gen Con. I don't know. We'll see.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome to see. Although it'll be frustrating if I can't pick it up for Gen Con when it's there. Streets. This is the follow-up game to Villagers, which it's a fun little game. It's very light and portable. It's a tableau city building type game, tile laying. So looking forward to that.
Hopefully, it's got like the same combos that Villagers has got, because that's why Villagers is such a fun game.
Yeah. This one I know Rob isn't going to be interested in so much, but Mantis Falls. I saw this and kind of fell in love with the art on it and fell in love with the fact.
Why won't I like it, right?
Because it's a social deduction game. So it is, but it's a low player count social deduction game. So it's kind of an interesting.
Like a 2 to 3 player type thing.
I think it's like if it's 2 to 5 or something.
It's
not.
So it's not a party game.
Yeah, it's not a party game. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays because having a very few number. Yeah. But the setting is really creepy, and I like creepy, but I don't like scary. So it's kind of Twilight Zone.
It's a fine line.
Yes. Planet Unknown. This is Adam's Apple Games. It's another Tetris puzzle type game, sci-fi themed one. So
it's unknown. How do you know about
it? Because I saw it on Kickstarter.
That's unknown.
Well, I know about a little bit about it, enough to back it, which doesn't take a lot for me. Lizard Wizard. This is one I love the art on this one as well. It's the same company that makes Raccoon Tycoon.
Yeah, and the same type of art. Looks gorgeous.
Love rhyming in their games. So I'm real excited about that one because it just looks beautiful, but it's been delayed and delayed and delayed. And Wonderland's War.
Who's not waiting for that one? Yeah, I mean everybody keeps talking
about
just how gorgeous game this looks.
The Pog pieces look really cool, or their poker chip pieces.
It looks so good.
Yeah. Dead Reckoning. This is AEG's I think only contribution to my list, but it's the follow up to Mystic Vale and all of it, but with the pirate theme. So they got me with pirate theme. I was almost not going to back it, but it was like I can't pass up those pirates. Aqua Garden, I'm a sucker for fish, and they have wooden fish pieces. This is another one, a small company out of Japan, and I like backing small companies. It's Uchi Bakoya is the name of it, the company. But the game had a ton of wooden fish meeples, and it was really cool looking. So backed it. Probably the game may not be any good. Again, it's just I'm giving it a gamble.
Sucker for fish. You're a sucker for anything.
I'm a sucker fish.
Yeah.
Perseverance, Mind Clash Games.
Yeah. I wish I was able to back this one when it came out. It looks really good. Love Mind Clash, Anachrony, Tricarian, amazing games.
And it's dinosaur themed, so it's got cool minis for dinosaurs. So.
Yeah, and it's like 2 games in one, isn't it? Yeah, so like you can either play them separately or they can connect.
Yep. So In Too Deep, it's a sci-fi detective game. It's got from the company that Burn Island Games that made Hall of the Mountain King. The Kickstarter version had all kinds of really cool minis and upgraded components. So it was one where if you didn't get it through the Kickstarter, you couldn't get all those deluxe exclusives. Roman Roll expansion. I've still not played the base game of Roll and Roll as a Roman.
But you're getting the expansion already.
Of course I am. I bought the expansion before I got the base game. So yeah, I when I saw the expansion, I was like, oh, how did I miss this? It's a roll and write, and it's a Roman themed one. So of course
I hope it's as good as what I heard.
Yeah, I'm excited to try it. We've had it on the shelf for a while. We need to get that one to the table. Creature Comforts. This is one for Sarah. It was kids table board gaming game.
This is one company. Miranda backed.
Yeah, Miranda. Well, Miranda conned me into backing it so that she wouldn't have to pay for it. So it comes out my pocket.
Smart.
And it's of course gonna make Sarah happy. Adorable anthropomorphic woodland critters, and it's something Sarah will enjoy. Yeah. Castles of Mad King Ludwig Collector's Edition. We love Castles of Mad King Ludwig, and we were so excited to get this uber exclusive version.
Yeah, so kind of like what they did with Suburbia. It's
Yeah.
like super big, but they did Mondo-sized pieces for this version. It looks really cool.
I don't know where we're going to play it. Maybe the pool table will have room, but it's going to be cool.
It's going to be great.
Cellulose, Miranda, this is another one of her games for her. She's a big nut for the science themed games that come from Genius Games,
like Cytoplasm.
Yeah, she's I think we've gone almost every one of them, if not every one of them. I think we're missing the newest one, the one that came out that was actually the one I'd be most interested in, is the one that's based on the Mendel of cross chart of genetics.
Oh yeah,
that just came out. That one I'm going to track down now after the fact and probably pay a premium to get it. Machina Arcana to Eternity. This is one I actually didn't back. I won a copy of it. So this was one of them on a Facebook, one of the pages I was on. I won the drawing, so I ended up backing it like for all of the add-ons that they didn't include in the win. So I'll probably end up.
That was pretty smart on their part.
Yeah, they suckered me in.
You got the $45 part of the game and then paid for the $120.
Yeah, pretty much. That was basically it. Yeah, it's a bargain. Yeah. Monsters on Board, the Final Frontier games. So this is the last, I think, of the Final Frontier games that I've got pre-ordered, and maybe my last one after all the issues we've had with cardboard on them.
I know that we've complained about that, but still, even though there's that part, there's still
so far Coloma is the only one that's been a winner. I mean, Merchant's Cove was meh, and it was like a lot of expend for what it was. So Coloma, I'll give you, that was a good buy. The next one is Age of Atlantis. This is a cool combination of mythology and kind of a steampunk setting. Had beautiful components. Honestly, I don't know much more about it than that.
It's cool looking.
It's cool looking, and it's mythology, so I had to go for it. This one I think is on both of our lists. I'll let you go ahead.
So Nemesis, now you already have Nemesis.
Yes.
It took a bit of a work on your part. I think Miranda finally was able to get all of it for you, right?
No, she got like the base of it, and I had to go and get all the add-ons for
it. So I wasn't able to get it, but fell in love with it from my friend Vincent down up in Columbus. He got it originally, played it, loved it. So when they came out with Lockdown, the new expansion for it, I went all in and got
and that let me fill in the holes for me.
Right. So and Lockdown is the expansion. So that's what you backed. I did all in for everything, so I can have it.
Yeah.
Can't wait for it. Nemesis is such a good game.
Yeah. Carnegie Deluxe from Quined Games.
This one's so good.
Oh yeah. I mean, I love the historic games. The company makes good games.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of them are re-releases of old classic games, but they cherry pick the best games. They do a good job. Next two kind of go hand in hand, Stroganoff and Hippocrates, both from Game Brewer. I was actually just backing Stroganoff. Then Hippocrates came out, and they said, well, if you back them both, we can release them together, and you can get them both shipped without paying extra. So they sold me. Plus, Miranda liked Hippocrates, the theme of it, better than Stroganoff. So,
but there's a deal. Randy's on it.
That's right. I have to go. That's such a good deal. I paid full price.
What? I say $10 of shipping, I'm in.
But it's got beautiful pieces, too. The next one is, speaking of beautiful pieces, Darwin's Journey. This one looks amazing.
It does.
So yeah, I mean, Thunderglyph Games, same people that make Tang Garden, which we just thought was beautiful, and we didn't even have the Kickstarter version with all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, the retail version of Tang looks great.
Now I've got all that, the bells and whistles, because I bought after we played it, I went out and got the Kickstarter version. So yeah, that one I'm excited about. Then we have It's a Wonderful Kingdom.
Oh,
2-player, It's a Wonderful World.
Yeah.
So one of our favorites. As soon as we saw it was an instant buy. There was no way we were going to not back that.
I'm looking forward to playing it, but I'm not all peeing in my pants excited like Randy Miranda is for it.
Endless Winter from Fantasia Games. This is an awesome looking game. The earlier reviews have been overwhelmingly positive. I was not going to back this, and then we had a video with Nick and Vic,
right?
And it was on their most top ones, and I think it was their number one. And when I looked at it, I'm like, all right, I guess I got to back this. But it does look amazing.
You talked me into it.
Yeah, twist my arm. So yeah, that one looks amazing. Mosaic.
This one looks really good.
Yeah, it's another Civilization game. Forbidden Games. You know, they've had a few hit or miss games in the past, but this one looks like
really
a big
good.
hit.
It looks good anyway.
Yeah. So this is again the same company that did Raccoon Tycoon,
Right.
but this is looks like much heavier than their other games. It's more of a it is a Civilization game, so it is very detailed, and the pieces looked amazing.
Yeah, right.
This one is on your list as well, so I'll let you go.
So yeah, this is Merchants of the Dark Road. So if it was pretty hot on Kickstarter. A lot of people backed it. I did back it initially, and then I think between me and Nick and Vic talking about it to convince you to get it.
Yeah.
So, but it looks like a fantastic game. It looks like a really good, solid middleweight worker placement type game. It looks really good.
Yeah. Next is the sequel to, or the expansion, not sequel, but the expansion for Canvas.
I'm looking forward to this
expansion. Yeah, we really enjoyed that game. It's a light game, but
there was a lot of laughs.
There was a lot of fun.
Yeah, just a lot of fun
names and the pictures,
and then just like this is my painting. Oh, and we just get a kick out.
And I think the expansion fixed the one grievance I had with the game, which was that the adjectives, you could sometimes get stuck with a handful of adjectives and no nouns, or vice versa. So now they've made it two-sided where you can flip them to either side, which is really exciting. Not super exciting, but it's cool.
It's pretty cool.
Next one is another one that came from Nick and Vic's video. If you haven't checked that out, as far as our upcoming most games we're most anticipating, this was one from Nick and Vic as well. I was on the fence on this one at the time, and they talked us into it. My Father's Work from Renegade Game Studios.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same Frankenstein's monster theme that you had with the Abomination. But the game is a totally different style of game.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to play that one.
I didn't even know this game existed until Nick and Vic talked about it. So
I had it like in my watch list,
Yeah.
like to wait for it to be 2 days out to warn me again, because I was kind of on the fence. And then when Miranda said, "Yeah, that sounds interesting," I'm like, okay.
That's permission.
Yep, that plausible deniability. Click. All right. Then this one is from Miranda. Everdell, New Leaf, and Mistwood expansions.
Because we haven't played all the other expansions yet, so
but
let's get some more.
Miranda loves Everdell.
So let's get some more that we can look at and not play.
If it were me, I might have passed on this one because I'm not a huge Everdell fan.
You would not have. You got the expansion to Between Two Castles, and you don't like Between Two Castles.
Okay. All right. Then the next one also is from Miranda. She's got a lot of money.
She does.
I think she cons me into these things subtly.
It don't take a lot of work.
Isle of Cats. Don't forget.
But you did like Isle of Cats.
I like Isle of Cats. Yeah. I don't like it as much as she likes it.
Right, that's true.
But it is a good game. So it's the sequel or the expansion. I keep calling it sequel. Yeah. Expansion for Isle of Cats. This next one I saw, the art on it blew me away. It's ICE or ICE, but it's really a cool concept. It's from This Way Games, another new game publisher.
Which way?
This Way.
Okay.
Actually, it's This Way because it's got an exclamation point. It has the deluxe version of it has a magnetic board, and that was really cool. But it's you actually dig down into the ice, and the art gets darker as you go down.
That's cool.
It looks really neat, and you're on expedition and trying to find discoveries in the ice, and everything about it was kind of a tile removal instead of a tile placement.
Okay, that sounds cool. I don't know. I've not seen this game. That sounds neat.
The next one on the list I'm a little ashamed of. Marvel United X-Men. I did not like Marvel United. I still don't like Marvel United, but I love the miniatures.
Right.
And this is just my fanboy Marvel side coming out. I was not backing this game until the very last couple days.
It did not take a lot to twist your arm, though.
My sister, I blame her, because she kept reminding me of it.
Right.
Say, oh, they added this character, they added that character. And the problem was they added them into different groups, which I absolutely hate. Cool Mini or not, I am not a fan of that. Where they take your characters, your favorites, and they split them up into each individual component. So I did not go 100% all in. I backed
most of it.
No, I left out a lot of my favorite characters. So I did not get everything.
He'll get them eventually.
But Deadpool being in it, I was able to eliminate some of it right there because I'm not a Deadpool fan. I'm getting almost to the end now. These are ones that just came out and just backed recently. War Room.
Looking forward to this one.
Did not even know it existed. Didn't know anything about it.
I didn't know about it until you saw it.
Saw somebody posted that they got their shipment in and they played it, and it was like, okay, what's this? It's a World War II game. I've never heard of this. And then I saw Larry Harris's name attached.
What?
And I'm like, the maker of Axis and Allies, the guy that started it all for me. I'm like, I could not pass that up. So apparently it's a really weird, they're doing like Kickstarters like every month or something, and you get into a release cycle for it. So it's really weird how they're doing it.
So it's like a wave.
Yeah, but then they're changing them each wave too. So they're doing enhancements each wave. So it's kind of like they're catching the mistakes or improving on things that people didn't like.
So if you're in wave 1, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they have upgrade kits for each. Too. So it's kind of it's a weird system.
That is weird.
This is the very last one. It's the one I'm still in right now. I'm on the fence on this one, but they keep making.
I keep hearing good things about it.
Oh yeah, it's Scarface 1920 from Reds and Games, another new company, but they're shooting for the moon on their first release, which always makes me nervous when you get a new company.
Yeah, it might go too far into it.
Yeah, and that's what happened with the one that in 2013 that failed because they were promising like treasure chests and crud that were like $300 chests, and people went all in for this stuff. And then
was it 12 Kingdoms?
No, it was Pyramid Earthsphere.
Okay.
And I mean, the miniatures looked amazing. It's now 2021, and
8 years later,
still don't have a copy of it. There was all kinds of fighting. I feel like I got my money's worth in the $100 that I wasted on this
because of the comments.
Because of all the commentary. I just reading that and was getting a kick out of listening to the lawyers and the people that were involved in the discussion and debate. I feel like I got my money's worth. So I honestly wouldn't want the game at this point. So
yeah, it probably sucks.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. And from what I understand, the people that have gotten them, the miniatures are all in pieces. They have to put them together and assemble them, and they're not easy to assemble. And I'm not into that kind of stuff. So no, I'm perfectly fine with not having it. Well, what else do you have?
I have a list, but nowhere near that exhaustive. So my game that I don't think is going to be coming out is from AEG. It's Emperor's Choice. Looks like a really good game, kind of Mahjong style game, kind of like Dragon's Castle. But it looks really cool, but I think it's 2018, maybe 2017, and it's been a few years.
For AEG to miss a game? Wow, that's big. I've never heard of AEG.
No, TMG.
TMG.
Yeah, TMG.
Yeah,
TMG.
That I believe.
So this is the last that I know of, the last Kickstarter that they did, and it's still not delivered. So it was Belfort, that expansion was waiting forever, and then also Yokohama Duel kickstarted that. That finally came out. There was 3 games I kickstarted. I'm still waiting on Emperor's Choice. So it's been a few years. But everything else I'm really excited about. If you've heard of Blacklist Games, the game that they got coming out that I'm looking forward to is Our Need, kind of a superhero based off of their card battle system that looks really good. Great Wall by Awakened Realms, really cool looking miniatures for that one. One that I backed that I thought you were going to, but I think you backed out of it, was Adventures of Neverland by
I was
Black Box Adventures. It looks really good.
Originally, I canceled that order because I didn't think it was going to be something I'd play a lot.
Probably not, because it is story based and it's more RPG feeling than board game, but it does look really cool. One I'm really excited for that I think you'll like a lot once it comes out is Euthia, Torment of Resurrection. Looks really good, and that's by Dia Games. And then we talked about Nemesis Emergence, Tiny Epic Dungeons by Gameland Games. That's their new one. Looking forward to that. Clash of Deck. I don't know if you've heard of that one, but this was a free one. And so it was on Kickstarter. You didn't have to pay for shipping or nothing. And so it was just all free. They sent you 1 deck of cards, and then the idea was to get you into the system. And then when they come out with expansions, you'll buy them. So it looks pretty interesting. And then Transmissions. That's the really cute with the little cute robot miniatures.
Oh yes,
that looks really good. Yeah, you're on the fence on that one too. So that one's by Adam West, and then probably my most anticipated one is Hoplomachus Victorum. And so I went all in for that one. It's the new version of Hoplomachus, and then they also did Remastered, which they kind of took elements from the original 3 games, Rise of Rome, Origins, and the other one I can't remember. But those 3 games, they kind of remastered it and made one big version of it. So I Chip Theory Games. Love Chip Theory Games. Love you guys.
So that's our exhaustive list of everything that's in the pipeline as of today. I'm sure that'll change tomorrow.
There's a bunch of games out there. What are you waiting for? You know, we'd be interested in
I'd love to know
what
so we can, because we don't have enough games on the list ever. No. I mean,
never.
My list is kind of dry at the moment.
Exactly.
I mean,
You know, and so. But yeah, what are you waiting on?
All right. Well, till next time, we will talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.